everyone, how you doing out there? Welcome to Gray Man Prepping. And it is time for the amazing Tactical Tuesday, where we'll be discussing tactics, gear, and more. But this is mainly gear. And so what is it that we're talking about that's mainly gear? What is an IBC? The IBC Tote. And perfect timing. Just in time to freeze. How's everybody doing out there this lovely Tuesday? Wow, I have been so busy today. I didn't get a chance to get out on the tractor either. I was just trying to get things done and ready. Alrighty, so yeah, I went into Idaho Falls, got my last prepper haul for the month done. And it was really cool. Have you that should be coming out tomorrow about, what time did I plan that for? 10 o'clock. I believe 10 o'clock tomorrow, that video is going to come out. But I'll give you a preview. I got something really good. Yeah, the last bottle I had, actually the first bottle I had, I finally killed off yesterday. And it's the same size, 5-ounce bottle. I think it's the same size. And it lasted me for like 3 years. And then the last 2/3 of it, I went through this last month. And it's, I've been finally, using it enough where I can get used to it and get the flavoring on it. So, yeah, the Chipotle doesn't slap me in the face like the regular Tabasco does. This just slaps in the back of the head about 15 seconds later. But let's see who's all here. Scroll up to the top and start saying hi to everybody. Okay, so Troop 1351, it says new member. I know they've been a member before. I'm not sure what happened there, but it's, some people have been saying they've been having problems with the way the platform is processing their payment method. So anyways, next one in was actually, I think Gear Grinding was in there earlier, and because he's not showing up on StreamYard, but Gear Grinding 19 was in there early. Phelan Klein Wolf's here. Walt Rogers, Idaho Garden Girl. Oh, there's 3 of us from Idaho. Let's see here. Talking. Oh, Rebel Canners is in the house. Jay is in the house. Duncan 1900 Homestead is here. Everybody's talking back and forth, saying hello to everybody. Christy Betts is in the house. All right, I got to stop here on Christy Betts. My wife's first name is Christine. No H. Her grandmother called her Christy all the time. Okay. All righty. Let's see. Jay's in the house. Jay's in the house. And Jujubee's here. Hey, Juliana. And scrolling down here, trying not to miss anybody as everyone just keeps piling in here. John's live. Hey, John, how's it going? And it's the Marshmallow Man. Hey, Lewis. And I have caught up. Okay. Now, actually, something just occurred to me. If I had an extra IBC tote and I could afford it, I would fill it with a lifetime supply of Tabasco Chipotle on it. Because that's the Tabasco sauce sits in oak barrels for I forget how many years. It's years. It sits in those oak barrels down there and ferments and does its stuff. So, alrighty. So let's get over here to this, and we're going to talk about it. I got a lot of general information on what these are and what you can do with them. So we're going to get in here, and I'm going to go ahead and go that way. There we go. And we're going to take a look at IBC totes and find out what they are why they're called IBC totes. And let's see here. Sometimes she had a quote aunt that was a really good close childhood friend of her mom's. That when they met, they'd always show up there on Thanksgiving. They'd have a big, huge spread on Thanksgiving for stuff, and she called her Christy, and there was a cousin or something that called her, an older cousin that called her Christy. All right, so get back over here, and so IBC stands for Intermediate Bulk Container. So so it's, I guess intermediate because it's not the small bulk container. It's just not something big, huge, but it's an intermediate one that's become the standard use on it. It comes in two sizes, 275 gallon and a taller one, which is 330 gallon. And those are the only ones I've seen or read about. Now, some cool things about it. I just found this out. They have these nice little blankets you can put over it with heat sensors on it and stuff, so you can keep whatever's in there from freezing. So I'm actually looking into possibly getting a couple of these for my water storage out in the shop. If I don't get the shop heated up like I want to do, I'm going to be trying to get some natural gas plugged into the house and run out there and put a little heater out there. Hey, Courtney, how's it going? All right. So standard colors, black, blue, green, white. I have never seen a green one other than in photos. And the blue ones, I've seen the dark blue like is here in this picture, and I've seen a light pale blue. All right. I would love to get the black ones because the black ones do not let any light in. Unlike the white ones, which I have a boatload of. I have one blue one. And there's the light powder blue ones, but there's some of them, if you look down at the bottom here by the valve, they got another little fitting on there for hooking up for something. I'm not sure what that works, how that works, but I just saw that and I thought that'd be kind of cool to share with you. They do make them with other options on them. You can get all sorts of valves to fit on the type valve it has. The threads on the valve it comes with that sticks out a little bit farther that are easier to use. And they have all sorts of different threads on them, different pipe fittings and different things you can do on it, and different size fittings that they can hook up to. The standard fitting for all of them is 2-inch. Now, most of the ones that I've had up until the ones I started getting from the brewery had 2-inch iron pipe thread on it with a cam lock divot behind it. And I'll show you pictures of that later on. So you can either screw in a 2-inch PVC iron pipe thread onto there, or you can just get 2-inch cam lock, slap it on there, and you're good. But now the other ones are some sort of a bulk terminal thread or something like that. But I can show you that stuff later too. So this one here, the thread on this here is iron pipe thread. And you can get them with different adapters and stuff on them as well. They got all sorts of things you can do with them. Now Amazon, this is a picture from Amazon, has a black cover to put on it to protect the white/opaque ones from the sun getting into them. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Got Garden State Gardener in the house. And that's what happens. The valves will break, and generally people get it in the open position, so they buy another valve, they just screw it on, and it has a little extra, another valve that's easier to use sticking out. All right, and let's see. And Amazon also has light tan ones besides the dark ones. Yes, I got seeds from Joe. If you didn't see over on Camp Patton Family Compound, I did a mail call today. I got like 8 packets of seeds from Joe. Yeah, just so excited about those. And I've already started chitting those little ones in the little pot. I've already started chitting 3 of those seeds. All righty. Here's something interesting you can do with it, guys. This was listed as a kiddie pool because it's got the valve so you can drain it. But you cut it down, you put the pool noodles around on it, zip tie them on there, and you got a rigid little kiddie pool. Hey, Urban Garden Chronicles. And so, yeah, you can do this here. And I didn't pull the other pictures, but all right, this is where you take it down to the lowest bend. Hang on a second. Let me switch me around here. So if you took it and cut it down at this lowest band, that's what they did for this one, for this little pool thing. But if you cut it up here, or up here, or up here, or here even, then you got an adult-sized little hot tub type thing that you can make out of them. So now a lot of people are doing a lot of different things for storing firewood in them. Some of them just cut out take the 2 bars off the top and cut up the top open and just throw it in there, and then they put a tarp over it to keep the wood dry. Some of them cut the sides and the top. That way they get it all the way full. But there's ways you can do this for stacking doing firewood. I did a video where I was making a planter out of them, and I cut it at the second bar there, and it was going to rain, and so I just threw all the wood I had outside on the driveway into the 4 of them and just wheeled it into the shop, and it was so much quicker. I should have done that to begin with. Hey, Suburban, how's it going? Shadow Scout Suite is in the house. And anybody else sneak in that I didn't see? Okay. All right. So there are a lot of things you can do. Now, the guy that I bought the second property from here used to take and make these things like on the right here. He would take all the tub out, cut except for the bottom 6 inches, put the bottom 6 inches back in, and then fold it in. And this would be a cattle feeder or a goat feeder. You just put a bale of hay up in top, and then the animals just eat at it, and the loose stuff falls down below and doesn't get trampled on, and then they can eat it from there as well. And this is a little bit different version where they bent it for like goats and stuff, and they just dump a bale in there and they just keep it under control. This one I thought was kind of cool. They took it out of the cage and turned the cage into a little chicken run, and then they can just pull this around, and it made it like a little chicken tractor out of it. Now, Brandon did something like this with a bunch of them as well. He cut it open and trimmed and grinded it all nice and smooth, so he didn't have to put the poodle noodles in it. He was selling them as dog houses. And we see a dog house about that size anywhere is like $300, and he was selling them for $100. And this is one I've shown before, where they take 2 of them, put them together, and turn it into like a campground shower or something like that. The only thing looking at it, what they did is they turned the top one upside down because they put the bottom on top. I would have just left it with the top on top and cut the bottom off. That way you could use the bottom with the valve thing. If you look in the upper right up there, you can see the green valve on it there, cap on it. I would have saved that on the bottom and used that for a foot washing station. Where someone's been out in the beach where they come up and they can rinse their feet off, really easy, without having to take a full shower. But yeah, these are some of the ideas people have done with them, and that's what I have on that. Now I'm going to pull something up here real quick, so I'm going to drop that down, and I'm going to move this over here, and I am going to shoot. Let's see if I can find it here real quick here. Orders. So I've been buying these pieces for these for forever. And I think it was 2010 is when I first bought the pieces for it. And quick look, see here. Nope, it wasn't 2010. It had to be 2011 or 2012. But I got a whole bunch of the totes in California when we were on strict water rationing, and the Ace Hardware was reselling them, and I was able to pick some of them up, and well, I guess it might have been 2012. Let's see if I can find those pieces here. But yeah, they got different fittings that go on there, and give me a second, folks. Bear with me. I knew I should have. I wasn't thinking about pulling this up until I started here. I figured, I better show that one. Cast iron stoves. No. Okay. Because I was just looking through this yesterday, and I happened to see them. I wasn't sure what year they were on. I'm trying to remember here right now. But I bought a whole bunch of fittings with both the 2-inch thread on it, the bulk container thread on it, and the cam locks. And I was trying to find them here real quick here so I can show you guys the different types they have, and they're available on Amazon. But it takes a while. If you're hunting through Amazon, if you don't know what they call it, it's going to take you a while to find it. Come on. Dang. Now I'm in a bunch of Scout stuff that I ordered off of Amazon. Dang. It just doesn't want me to find it. Let me try something else here then. Okay. All right, so here we go. All right, so they used to have different size fittings on it. All right, this is they're calling it the coarse thread adapter. Let me see if I this one here is a cam lock fitting here. So let me go and open that one up, and I'm going to open up this one. All right, so the cam locks, I can show you using it. This is the male cam locks. But the other ones come with a, let's see if it shows down here. Different. See, here's the female. Here's the cam lock, the part that would be on the unit. But this bottom piece would be threaded to 2-inch pipe thread. So you could either put a cam lock on it, or you could use pipe thread on it. So that's what most of the ones I had until I started getting them from locally here. Now the ones here, if I can find it where it shows the thread good. All right, see how coarse that thread is there? That's the type thread on the ones that I'm getting from the brewery. So I've had to order some more of the fittings to plumb them all together. So those are some of the different fittings and stuff. They got all sorts of different things. You spend some time into finding exactly what you want and what you need to get whatever project you want done with them. All right. Oh, time. It's time to give away some money. Ooh. Okay, so let me drop that down. And where is it here? Come on, get the members, get the wheel up here. There's the wheel. All right, present. Share screen, entire screen with sound. Okay, so I finished updating this earlier today. We now have, well, there are 22 names on there because 4 people are part of the Gray Man. We've lost a couple people off the Gray Man level, and we lost a couple off the other level, but then we picked up a couple others. So let's go ahead and shuffle here. Get the names all mixed up here. And see who's going to get a $5 Amazon gift card. All right, Kaylin Strain. Is Kaylin here? I haven't seen Kaylin. Has anybody seen Kaylin? Let me check here real quick here. Today is the 25th. Get my little notepad all dated up and ready. And give Kaylin a minute to pop up here saying, I'm here. Jay, I'm not going to touch that comment with a 20-foot pole. Especially since if I did that to the mother-in-law, the staff sergeant would be very pissed at me. Yeah, I haven't seen her tonight anyway, so we'll give her another 20 seconds here to pop in here, and then we will move on. So, yeah. Make sure everything here is checked out right. And coming up, and all right, time's up, Kaylin. No one's seen Kaylin. Nope. Hey, Tennessee Bushcrafter, how's it going? All right, so let's try again to give away a $5 Amazon gift card. Has anybody seen Denise in here tonight? I haven't seen her. All right, Denise, are you here? Hello, hello. All right. Let's check and see what's popping up here. Nope, her name's not popping up. All right, give her 20 seconds more here, and then we will move on to try to give away $5 Amazon gift card. Oh, while we're waiting, now, some of you have been following for a long time. You know, I used to have Dave from Southern Ohio prepping up here a bunch, and Dave had to sell a bunch of his equipment off because Charles got mad when the internet went out and had the school laptop there and picked up one. Got mad and he had to buy, sell all his equipment to buy a new laptop from the school. Of course, the school can't make insurance optional for parents, especially those with special needs children. But anyways, Dave's he's slowly getting stuff back together, and so if anybody wants to help Dave, you can check his channel for his email, and you can use the Amazon to email him some gift cards, and then he can buy. His next thing he needs to get is a webcam system so he can actually come back on live streams. So if anybody's interested, you can send Dave a gift card for whatever amount. It's really simple to do, but you need his email address, and you can just get it off his About page. All right, so there we go. So Denise is not here. Hang on a second here. I want to change this ticker on the bottom here. There we go. All right, so she's not here. And we're going to try again. Hey, Doris, how's it going? Idaho Garden Girl. Let's see. Steph was in there a second ago. Say, I'm here. I'm waiting for her to say, I'm here. I want it. Do you want the Amazon gift card, or do you just want me to spin it again? Yeah, whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, she wants it. Okay. All right, so that's the first one. Let's go ahead and give the second one away now, too. And shuffle, 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 and spin. Rachel, are you here? Rachel, are you here? Okay, her name's not coming up. I wasn't sure if she was here in the beginning or not. Yeah. If she would go out and just buy what's called Lucky Idaho, and all she needs to do is hit it once, then that's $1,000 a day for the rest of her life. And that's one of the easier ones to hit. But Rachel, are you here? Rachel Knight. I give Rachel about 20 seconds here, and then we will shuffle it up and spin again. All right. Oh, boy. Let's see what's going on here. All right, 10 more seconds here, and then we're going to try someone else. Maybe you should. All right. Rachel's not here, so let's shuffle and spin it. Who's going to win? Green Granny 2 still wasn't here before. I haven't seen her come in since. We'll give her 10 seconds to say something here. And watching the countdown goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and okay. Joe, are you still in the house? I got a question for Joe. Has anybody seen Star? I haven't seen Star in here tonight. All right, Joe. Since Joe's in the house here, we're waiting to see if Star pops up. I have a whole bunch of rainbow chard seeds in sandwich Ziploc bags that my wife has given me. Do you want me to send those to you so you can break those up into smaller packets and give them away? So I can put those in a soft-sided envelope and fire those off to you. And if you want to give away the staff sergeant's rainbow chard. Oh, Star is here! Oh, Star is here! Woo woo! All right, so I'm going to put Star down. All right. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, got him off of lurking out there with his chickens. All righty. All right. So Star and Idaho are two winners tonight, and I'll get those off afterwards. Yeah. And I'm not sure if my wife has collected what more seeds she has collected there in California. But Joe, if you want me, okay, you'll give them away. Okay, I will find out what she has, and I will take a bunch of the ones here that are, and put them in one of those soft bubble bags, bubble envelopes, and fire it off to you, and try to get those out to you this week here. Because I mean, you only need each one of those seeds will produce 2 to 4 plants out of it, and so yeah, I mean, I usually only plant 1 or 2 seeds, and I got Swiss chard coming out my yin yang. All righty, so let me go ahead and drop that down. All righty, so for the IBC totes, well, those of you that have not been following what I've been doing over on Camp Patton Family Compound, I cut a bunch of them. If I get my finger up here, from the bottom up, not the first one, but the second one. I cut several at the second one, and then I cut several others at the third one here. And my daughter, I gave some of the pieces to my daughter, but I have a bunch of the ones that I cut at this level here. I take the top half, turned it upside down, put it on a bunch of the pallets I had, and that's what I've been using for my outdoor garden right now, raised planter beds. And I'm going to be moving those around here in the next couple weeks, and shuffling the soil out of those into other ones, and repositioning some of the plants. Not all of them. On some of them I will. Some will just let it sit till next year, because I got onions that have been overwintering. So as soon as the onions are done, then I will redo those ones as well. But what I'm doing, especially for the bases here, where I cut it up at the second level, that's about 100 gallons, and I'm using those for going to use those for trees. Now, back in California, my mom had a couple half 55-gallon barrels. And then she had a fig tree in one, and my sister took it after my mom died. And she had an orange tree, which I took, and we put it in the ground. It produces the biggest, greatest oranges. But that was in a half 55 gallon, which is 27 and a half gallons. So if I could put in a dwarf orange tree in a pot, a container 4 times that size, I'd be getting some decent oranges. And I want to do up here, I want to do oranges, couple orange trees, couple lemon trees. And what I'll do is in the wintertime, I'll just roll those right on into the shop, so they're not going to freeze. And that way I would get, I'll be able to get fresh oranges up here, fresh lemons up here. And we may, see what others, if we want to do tangerines, or what the mandarin oranges, because I know the grandkids would absolutely go nuts over mandarin oranges, because they go nuts over the cans of them. Hey, prepare. All right. Hey, PPF. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call you PPF. And one of the things I will be using one of those for when I cut it down low, cut it like that. I may cut it down all the way down at the low one here, at the first one, because that'll still give me about 50 gallons or so. And my wife loves her passion vine, because the flowers and the stuff it puts out on it, it doesn't give out passion fruit, but it puts out all these nice blooms and leaves. and the butterflies just absolutely love it. And that's what she has it for us. She has it for the butterflies and stuff. And that's, if you want to see that, go over to Camp Patton Family Compound, look at the My Garden playlist, and the 4th video down is Chris's Garden Tour Part 2. And that's where she shows that in underneath the big arbor we do to try to keep one side of the house cold. There's a lot of different things you can do with these. One of the ones I saw someone do, they took 4 of them. They cut the top off, and not the metal top. They just cut the top out of the plastic, so it still had the metal up there. And they put pool noodles on them, and they tied all 4 together. And then so these valves though were all facing out, and then they plumbed it all together and put some bulkhead fittings up on the side here. So they pump water out the bottom, run it through a little heater, and pump it back in, and had like 4 little mini hot tubs, conglomeration. I saw that one on there. I almost pulled that video down, but I pulled that picture down to put it in the slideshow. But yeah, you can make a lot of different things with them. And I showed that one that had the. Let me see if I can bring that back up here real quick. Here we go. So this one here showing the where they took 2 of them, made a shower out of it. You could take 2 of them and plumb them and cut a hole in the bottom and turn this into like a portable outhouse. You just dig a pit, you put this over it, and boom, there you have it. And it, probably have a lot, and you put a door on it, it'd have a lot less breeze blowing in on you than a lot of people's outhouse. Hey, Kraken, how's it going? IBC. Yeah. But yeah, so there's a lot of things you can do with the totes. Now, I had 10 of them that I was using for water. I dumped all the water before winter because I didn't get the shop heated, and I didn't want them freezing in there. But once I get the shop insulated and the heater out there to keep it warm, then I'll have 10 of those full of water, which will give me, the staff sergeant, our 2 boys, our daughter, her idiot husband, and the 4 grandkids across the street, 10 people, 270 gallons of water each. And if I'm able to pick up a couple more, then we'll be good. Which is more than enough. What we need, for any type of disaster, unless the Snake River gets totally contaminated. So long as the Snake River doesn't get totally contaminated, I can throw 3 of those in the back of my trailer, go over there, pump the water out of the Snake River, fill them up, bring them back, filter them, and we got water again. Star, you ought to hear what the staff sergeant calls him. It's like, dang, girl, woo, you're back teaching the boots what to do. And yeah, so there's a lot of cool things you can do with these. But my most favorite thing is turning these into raised planter beds, because here we got a lot. Oh, Star has been a member for 2 months. Woohoo! And we've got a lot of that nasty stuff called morning glory, which is stuff here in Idaho has that deep root that goes down about 30 feet or so. And so it's harder than heck to kill it. We burn it off on the top, and for half the year it's not there. All of a sudden it starts coming back up again right through all the ash. So, but this way here with these, it ain't getting up in there, and we can grow stuff without it being contaminated with the Russian bloom, the morning glory, the star thistle, all the other crap we have around here. We can protect it a little bit better. Plus, on some of them, I can, if I have them lined up on the driveway on the concrete, I just take the pallet jack out there and whip it inside. Yeah. And what gets me, and what there is, you can buy packet seeds of morning glory, but that's different than the stuff that grows in the wild. It's the morning glory packets you get, mostly are ones that have a shallow root. So yeah, you can kill it and get rid of it. But the wild stuff, when that stuff goes down, if it's growing alongside your house, it'll go down. It'll send roots under the house, so you can't dig it up because it's under the house. The house across the street, when I was inspecting the one area, there's morning glory coming up under there, and it's like, geez. All right, little water here. Okay. Well, a little, since I think I've killed this off as much as I'm going to kill it, so I'm going to give you guys a little, talk about something what I'm doing with my Chipotle Tabasco sauce. I like making quesadillas, and sometimes just plain cheese quesadilla. Sometimes it's I take bacon, crumble it up, and put it in there. Other times I'll take some of the ground hamburger I have and mix the taco seasoning with it and sprinkle that in the quesadilla and stuff. Oh, this kicks it up another notch. So, and there are a whole mess of flavors of Tabasco sauce out there. I mean, there's one I think it had like 12 a sampler that have 12 different flavors of Tabasco sauce. I'm not yet that brave. It took me a while to try. Someone was really touting this up about the Chipotle one. They said it's not as hot as the regular Tabasco. And I'm prejudiced to get against regular Tabasco because when I was a little kid, I used to suck my thumb, and my mom and dad suddenly go, oh yeah, I hated Tabasco sauce from that point on. But this is not as hot, and it's good. So put it in oh, yes, you can put it in manwich. You can spice up your spaghetti sauce. So yeah, there is the garlic one. Yes, I saw the garlic one flavor as well, and actually they had it up at the Ammon Walmart Supercenter, and I just got 2 of these. I figured if I'm feeling more adventurous, when the wife comes up here one time, we may go over and pick up the garlic one, and if she likes it, she may take it back to California to our younger son, who loves garlic. All righty, let's let me get something over here, up here. So yeah, so tomorrow I have the my last prepping haul coming out about 10 o'clock here on Gray Man Prepping. And let me double check that, make sure. Yeah, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, Mountain Time. So it's Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Figure it out from there. Oh, I love that. Oh, yes. Jay, that would be so good for them to use in one of these vampire movies with the teenagers that are fighting back. Garlic Tabasco, yes. And watch the vampires start burning up. Ah! Oh, yeah. The my daughter's first dog she had over there, the Australian Shepherd, loves spicy food. Yeah, you take enough of this stuff, the garlic stuff, and they bite you and they go poof. All righty, let me go over here real quick and all right, so Friday night over on Camp Patton Family Compound, the topic is well water without power. That kind of sounds like a prepping thing, but that's more of a homesteading. We're talking homesteading. And so it's one of those ones that can go both ways, but it's well. Okay, and the whole computer thing went wacko here on me here. And I bet it's going to say you cannot have the green screen. Let's see here if I can get it back up there. Yeah, it's not. It's going to kill it. There we go. That one's working. There we go. Got it back. Yeah, that's all right. Well water without power. So it's like if you have power failure and everything else, how you can get it out there. He's gone down there. In fact, he was on staff for the National Youth Leadership Training for Boy Scouts. That was down by Camp Lindblad, which was almost to Santa Cruz, and we drive by there all the time, and he was always pulling off in there getting stuff. All right, so Friday is well water without power. Monday also on Camp Patton Family Compound. We're changing up a little bit, but I have a feeling that certain people are going to take it right back to gardening. The topic is, what are your favorite books? We're going to talk about books. Why these books are your favorite. So basically, it's going to be a lot of input from the chat. So I'm going to be concentrating a lot on the chat and anybody we can get to come up on the panel on Monday for the Monday Night Fireside chat. So it's what is your favorite books? Next Tuesday is securing your home doors. We're going to talk about home security because, like some people are saying, they're starting to get idiots out there again, and things are going to go weird. So get your securing your home doors. Way to do it to if you can keep the people out, you don't have to worry about standing your ground inside if they can't get in. All right. Next Friday is grow what you eat what you grow. The following Monday, May 8th, is going to be what new foods are you learning to cook? And I've kind of mentioned it. I texted the wife about it, and she goes, "We'll see." So now she's looking into parsnips. So she may or may not. She may check around and see if anybody has parsnips, in the local gardeners, and get some and check it out and see if she likes it or not. But so new foods you're learning to cook. And hey, I'm learning to do Tabasco differently, guys. All right, and then Tuesday, in 2 weeks from now, here on Technical Tuesday, you're gonna love this topic. What age has made me realize about prepping? And so from when I started prepping back in 1970 up to now, things have changed a lot. And every year things change. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? It's How to Garden. And so, yes, I will see if I can. I'm not sure if it'll allow me to post a real list there or not, but I will see. I will try at least putting several of them in there. So yeah, a lot of things have changed. So I'm going to be talking about things that have changed in prepping or survivalism, as it was back then, called back then being a survivalist. Then we got other topics coming up. How do you relax mental health? What are your favorite movies? Store what you eat what you store. Raised planter beds. Oh, a little bit related to tonight. Food source recon. What are your favorite TV shows? Home fabrication, doing maintenance and fabricating parts at home for equipment you have. What new ways are you learning to cook? Not new things, but new ways are you learning to cook is coming up here in June. Vile things tend to survive. It's going to be a topic in June. Wildfires, do you have a plan to cope with one? We're bringing that back because there's going to be the wildfire season is going to be off the hook later this year. Right now, there's still a lot of stuff green. I know in California, it's going to be the fire season has been pushed back because everything is so green. But once it dries out, holy moly, holy barbecue, Batman, the state's on fire. Okay. Other things we're going to be talking about, don't just survive, thrive. This is a Tactical Tuesday one here. Sanitation in and during emergencies and disasters. And that's as far as have gotten. If you have topics you want either here on Gray Man Prepping or over on Camp Patton Family Compound, please go ahead and email me. Send it to the Camp Patton Family Compound address. And that way I can just plug it right on into the schedule, and we can get stuff scheduled up there for you guys. So So anyway, so I got a bunch of stuff. I've got some topics pretty much taken care of up into June. But if you come up with a really good important topic, I will move it to the head of the line, and I'll bump something else back off. So yeah, and also if you have any more ideas for the Your Prep for today, I just got several more today that people suggested for the Your Prep for today, and now I'm up to 406 topics for Your Prep for today, which means I got about 2 months out here to do. So I got to get recorded and loaded up here. Yeah, I am still looking for, I can't remember what it's called. It's the Cauldron of something or other in Gaelic. It's the Cauldron of Immortality. You drink that and you're immortal. If I can find that cauldron, I'm going to be good. All right, folks, or 5 minutes of. Anybody have any questions or anything else about IBC totes and that sort of thing? Oh, there are several things going back to Tabasco. I almost ordered the gallon jug from Walmart. $52 for a gallon of this stuff. Almost. If my youngest son ever gets in, he says, I don't like it. It's too smoky flavored. If he ever gets where he starts liking smoky flavored stuff, oh, yeah, we'll probably get that because he goes through the other Tabasco, some of the other flavors. I know he uses them and goes through that. So, no drinking when getting old sucks. Yeah, well, that's what part of what we're talking about, on the prepping one, what age tells me about prepping and homesteading and gardening. Yeah. All right, everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming in here and for all the comments in the side chat and putting up for me doing solo. I had a bunch of information. I didn't want to get distracted by co-host tonight and want to try to get information out on the IBC totes. Let your imagination run wild. If you can get some of these, get them. Oh, I'm picking them up at a distillery, so I get them for $60. Now I could get some from some of the farmers around here, but I don't know what they had in it. Whether they had herbicide in there, whether they've had fertilizer in there. The ones I got in California from Ace Hardware had seaweed fertilizer. Basically, they had seaweed. They mulched it up and did whatever they did to it. So it was a really high nitrogen fertilizer, but it was from seaweed. And I got several totes from them. And the last tote I got had about a foot of the fertilizer still in it. They didn't rinse it out. Oh, we were so excited. So we started spraying. We started stuck a hoe down there, mixed it up, sprayed a little water in there, mixed it up, and we got it to pour out. I think we had like 15, 20 buckets of the fertilizer. We were giving it to neighbors and stuff. Hey, seaweed fertilizer. And we just had a lot of fertilizer from it. In fact, I think my wife still has 2 5-gallon buckets of the seaweed fertilizer. So, ask the question, did you see? Oh, I missed it. Okay, here's one question. Generally, if it's brand new, they're food grade. One of the things I found out, I think they just about, I was looking up on them stuff, they just make them food grade because it's cheaper than trying to make this one food grade, that one not, and not getting them mixed up. So they just make them all food grade. Whether or not it's still food grade by the time it gets to you is a question. Like the ones that had the, I'm going back to see if I can find another question. Okay. It looks like another question. If the the ones I had had the seaweed fertilizer in it, well, we were using to store recycled water, and so that water was going out onto the garden. Didn't matter. Some of those I moved them up here. I turned them into raised planter beds. Doesn't matter. Whatever nitrates, nitrogen stuff is still in there. Doesn't matter. It's going to be making the food stuff grow. So yeah, the problem is if it depends. Since they're all food grade, what they have in them, you got to be careful. Sometimes they have chemicals stored in there. You cannot use them for food stuff again, ever again. You can use it for gray water for flushing your toilet, but you don't want to do it. Now, some of them I had some chemical in that I got. They were the stuff for the polyurethane, insulation stuff. As soon as it was opened up, it all set up and it became food grade polyurethane, and that's what it was said. I looked up it had the package on. I mean the shipping thing on it with all the paperwork in on one of them. Looked it up and it was food grade, so I wasn't worried about it. So. But yeah. Hey, Ranger Rob, how's it going? So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with these. Hey, Shawnee, how's it going? If you can find these that I have had either a natural type fertilizer in them, such as the seaweed fertilizer, they're great. They're great for raised planter beds. If you can get the ones from a distillery, they're great for anything. Water storage, planters, whatever. Because basically, when I get mine from the distillery, they can't reuse them. They are disposable because they can't reuse them again. So I get them. I can still smell some of the alcohol in them sometimes, and so I know it's sterilized. So. All righty, folks. Once again, thank you all for coming in. Hopefully, I'll see you Thursday night on the Midnight Ride here on Gray Man Prepping. That's midnight Eastern Time. And so stay happy, stay safe, stay prepared, and start learning more skills, people. There's more things to learn that'll help you survive. And not just survive, it'll help you thrive. Take care. And now we wait to see if